kindergarten, they, from the eggs of poison dart frogs, have raised frogs, and they wanted to share those with you tonight. This is a glimpse of what you will see on Friday. Friday, we have our Grandparents' Day learning celebration. Our learning celebration we have every year, and the students just want to kind of show the community. The community's welcome. The parents, grandparents are welcome. Just to show you what we've done this year. And so, kindergarten, if you don't mind showing, just kind of walk along here and show your frogs that you raised from an egg. Just keep going. So these are theirs. They've raised them from eggs. First grade, lots of things in there. The students, they did Native Americans as part of the first grade curriculum. The students in first grade, they read and also wrote about the Native Americans, and as part of their engineering, they created a whole village that covered the cafeteria. And here's a couple samples of their engineering of learning about the Native Americans. So they engineered their homes. I like to say that Washington is really a reading and writing school, and that's what it is. We're really a reading and writing school. We use STEM to kind of be the anchor, to hook them in, to make it more interesting for the students. And what students have done here with the iPads, our students don't just use the iPads for just the fun apps that maybe some other kids do. They use it to create. They use it to create. So these students, they've written books on the iPad, Scribble Press, Educreation, and they're going to come along here and just kind of show some of the books that have been written. They also illustrate their writing. So on here they write and illustrate. Our third grade, engineering, they had to do a research on senior solutions and something that would help out senior solutions. They had to research, create a trifold, and then you had to engineer something that they found that might help a senior solution or would help a senior. So the students are using gears. They had to program, and these are third graders. They had to program. You want to make that run? Let everybody see. You want to show them how that runs. Jeremy, you might need to set yours down. Up here, Jeremy. So they made a crane. Again, here this is a result after their research and engineering. And these are third graders. Okay, Jeremy, can you guys take? Our fourth graders have to do some simulation. They have to learn about bridges, do some simulating on the computer, but they were only given a certain dollar amount. So they couldn't just do anything, and they have to go and purchase their glue and their everything here you have to purchase from the banker, right? And there's only so much money, so they have to construct a bridge that can, in the winter, is the one that will be able to hold the most bricks. All their bridges will be crushed. So you want to show them your bridge work? Fifth grade. You want to put yours down and show them. This is an NXT robot. It can be, and they program, again, they have to learn programming, their writing, and they can show you their writing of how this relates to their writing, of keeping charts and graphs, but also what works, what doesn't work, guess and test. Failure is an option. Failure is an option. And so they have to write a program to make the robot move. So it's also programming skills. Part of their senior solutions that they kind of discussed, what if a senior wanted, because there's QR codes, there's GPS, what if the senior had to fill a prescription? Could they just go to their car, maybe scan that they need to go to a certain drugstore? The car then would automatically know because it can read lines. Their cars can see color, lines, and they can also do it with GPS, timing, degrees. That maybe a senior, one of these days, all you do is just swipe in a QR code and the car just goes by itself, picks it up. In sixth grade, they have to go get in the creek. So it kind of, and they're doing a lot with the macroinvertebrates. They have a couple up here for everyone to see along here. We have our chart. We also add, in all of this, we add, if you notice, we're STEM, but there's also an A in there. Around you, the students' artwork that they do in art. Also, the students have made tiles to apply what they've learned. They're creating blood midges. These passes around the art graph also. Crane flies. They've had to learn. They get into the water and they pick all of these little macroinvertebrates up in the water. They have to get in there and scoop them up from the bottom. There's the dragonflies. We have right-handed snails. And they can tell you that if it's a right-handed snail, Matt, if it's a right-handed snail, is it tolerant or intolerant to the water? So the right-handed snail is over here. That means if you find a right-handed snail, it means it's very intolerant. So if you find to chemicals and pollution, you find a right-handed snail, you're talking, it's pretty, the water it's good water. Maddie also has another treat that she wants to share with everybody. And when you really find something that's intolerant, like a three-ridge mussel, we don't have clams, do we? We have mussels, freshwater mussels. This is a three-ridge mussel. I'm going to guess nobody in here has ever seen a three-ridge mussel. And I'm going to guess you never will again in the rest of your life. These are on the endangered list. There's only a few places in Arkansas and only a few places in the Midwest that these have ever been found. And even the conservation officers who have never seen one, and every time they come around, we can't find them. Well, we found one again today, and again, this is a three-ridge mussel, and chances are, by the time these guys are our age, these might be extinct. So you are seeing something that, again, you may never see again. This is a tree. This is a real tree. And you got to be careful to just see it spit out at me just now. They spit. If they like to be in the water, you have them out and they spit at you. So you want to show them three-ribs muscle and get back in the water. Up close. Up close. Personal. Okay, if you guys want to hold it, because you'll never get to hold one again. Chances are you never will. And then we have some macroinvertebrates they're going to pass around the web. Did you already see them? Yeah. And just for the record, because I know we have like media here, that's going back in the water in about 10 minutes, I promise. It's illegal to have them out, but we have permission. But for a certain amount of time, you cannot take a mussel out of the water. You can't even have a dead shell, because the COs or police officers do not know whether or not it was alive and had it. So it's illegal to have them out in Indiana. It's illegal to have even the possession of the shell. That's why we have armed guard here to make sure it's taken right back. I want to say that's a year in review for Washington STEM with a little bit of A in there.